This is Christoph. I'm doing this little video based on the discussion that I got with my friend Frederick from Belgium. He was actually using Datavolley 4, and he's like, "Well, how do I actually use Volley Station? Why don't I actually see things in Volley Station when I actually want to see the direction and everything?" So there are a couple things that we need to compare when you actually use Volley Station, use Datavolley. In Datavolley, the spreadsheet were actually put into a specific directory, where in Volley Station there is a database. You don't even realize that, but you have a database that is installed on your computer. And so what you need to do is you cannot actually just drop the file into a directory. You have to import it into the database. So for that, when somebody gives you a VSS file, you actually have to go into the spreadsheet. So let me close here. You go into spreadsheet and you click on import spreadsheet, and then you select your file that is a VSS file, and then you click open and it actually imports that. And from there you'll see it, and it's usually the last one that you import is at the top, and from there you can actually click on it. Then the other thing that we need to realize is with Datavolley you can actually code with Cone, the attack, or you can actually code with the subzone, right? 1A, 1B, 1C. There is another way that some of the file can be, but probably not in Datavolley, is the exact location with X and Y. So if I remember well, and correct me if I'm wrong into the discussion there, Datavolley was cone and zone, right? So the cone was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, depending on the attack, right, left, middle. And the zone is the 9 zone and A, B, C, D. So it could be for A, for B, something like that. Volley Station doesn't use the cone. They use the subzone, and they use the exact Y and Z, right? So if I look into, I think that's the attack. Let me see. I think I got one that is live. This one here. So this one uses what we call the zone arrows with a little a, and that's why you got this information. But if you want to get the X and Y, you actually have to use some other stuff. I'm trying to remember that, right? So these are some of the information that's why you may or may not see certain situations, because the way it's actually coded. The best way that I found is really opening a file. So if you go to your matches and you actually open to the file, and if you select an attack, you see, if I see this in Volley Station, that means that I got the Y and the X coded. So I know it's going to work in Volley Station. If I don't see it, and if I only see the zone, right, 4 to 6C, then I would only see the zone. But there is no cone, so you won't be able, if you code it with cone in Datavolley, you will not see that in Volley Station. You will only see the zone and the subzone. The last thing that he asked me is that, well, look, I cannot actually see my information. And I think he was using some of the passing. So let's see about the spreadsheet there. I think he was using a spreadsheet that was a passing here. So, and he said, Christoph, I don't see anything. I think in this one we may see things. But every time I look into a spreadsheet and I don't understand how it works, I actually select one of the cell and I try to figure out what it's looking for here in that spreadsheet here. What is it looking for? What kind of information is it looking for? And so I understand that it looks for A2 and it looks for information into B2, C2, and C11. So A, B, C, now I can understand what's happening. So for instance, here, I'm able to actually pick up some players, here maybe some type, right? And if I click player 8, see that it may open like this and you got nothing. So you need to understand that this cell is using this one. Maybe 8 doesn't exist, and that's why you don't have any information. Or maybe the type is actually a quick and you don't have that information. Or maybe you click A, right? So you need to really understand the query and what it's happening and what it's using. The other thing that he told me is like, okay, I understand there is a combo box here, but my player here, I don't want number 8. Right? I want number 7, or I want number I want number 7. Where does it come up from? And so the other thing that I do here is I select and I right click, and I can see the name range, and it's this one is telling me that it's a drop down. But the best way is, once you know that it's a name range, you can actually click on this, and it's telling you that it's creating a drop down from G1 to L1. So now I can look into the spreadsheet and I realize that G1 to L1 is this stuff. Now remember, sometimes it could be hidden, so you won't be able to see it. So you need to actually show the row, and now you can either, now again, it's kind of a tracking and you need to figure out, but there you can just type the number. So if I want to do 7, I can type 7, and now, oh, I probably changed and inadvertently I changed G1 to, that was L1, right? And now, here, now I got 7, right? So now I can click on my player 7 and see what is happening. So 3 things that for people using Datavolley, you need to import a spreadsheet. When somebody gives you a spreadsheet, you can just drop it into a location. So you go into the spreadsheet and you do, sorry, that's my serving spreadsheet. The spreadsheet, and you do import the spreadsheet. The other thing, when you actually look at the attack direction, you need to understand if it's been coded with zone, cone, or XY, and that's why you're going to see things or not. And I refer you to the blog of Volley Station for that. And finally, when you got a spreadsheet and you see nothing, it's a little bit of discovery the first time, unless somebody tells you how to use it, which is, okay, where is the data from? Am I selecting the right player? What are the cells that I'm actually using into that spreadsheet? I hope it helps, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.